I'm at UNU-EGOV since the beginning, that is since 2014. At the beginning we were only 5 people in the team. From those 5 people, only 2 remain. It's me and my colleague Mari Peixoto. My main duties as administrative officers are related with administrative procedures, with missions, also with asset management, with payroll, human resources, and also the security focal point at UNU-EGOV. That is that I'm responsible for all the personnel and the building as well. I'm very happy to belong to this team because we are the first UN unit to be outside the capital of Portugal, Lisbon. We are now established in Guimarães, and I hope for many years to come. The number of personnel has raised considerably at UNU-EGOV. We are now more than 25 people aboard, and we are planning to hire some more researchers so that we can do a proper job on our area of expertise. And we are hoping to have a profound impact in Portugal and as well in the rest of the world.
Policy-driven research that we are conducting at UNU-EGOV have evolved tremendously during the last years. When I first joined the unit back in 2017, we were a group of researchers realizing research based on our expertise or our research interests, more or less related to the digital governance. Progressively we were able to consolidate our research based on a good understanding of the context, also building a strong partnership with the UN system, governments and other entities. We were also built in our strengths and capabilities internally, and as well understanding what others are doing and positioning UNU-EGOV. Today we can say that the core research program have a clear vision with objectives and is answering to the needs of the governments and the member states, following the trends, the current trends with the emerging technologies and in the digital governance field, but also taking into consideration what is happening with the post-COVID situation and the crisis that we are living currently, and taking into consideration the UNUs aligned with the UNU strategy, with the gender and diversity mainstreaming, and contributing to the UNU Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you.
At UNU-EGOV, we have through the years worked with multiple stakeholders, from international organizations to national agencies, even to city levels. International organizations like UNICEF, we've worked with the transformation of service delivery and the impact on children and parents in countries as diverse as Timor-Leste, Bangladesh, but also big countries like Brazil or high-income countries like Sweden. We've also looked at social security and the digital transformation in respect to that. In China, for instance, we're working on an EU-China project with the ILO and the International Social Security Association and the National Ministry to improve data governance and service transformation for the benefit of the Chinese employee or marginalized communities such as low-income households, single parents, and seniors. In fact, we also work with digital transformation projects that focus on the back office. This includes not only Ministry of Justice reform, but also strategic national strategies, the assessments of that in countries like Saudi Arabia, but also in the Lusophone countries in Africa. So this could be Cape Verde, it could be Timor-Leste in Asia, but also other countries like Egypt, where we're doing capacity development. With other international organizations, we've worked with the city level in particular. We've had some collaboration with the World Bank office in India on smarter sustainable cities and communities, but also in South Africa, and together with the international organizations such as UNDESA, where the local online service index is one of the areas we contribute to over the years. In capacity development, this is a key area. Again, this is both in terms of executive training, but also in terms of capacity development and bringing civil servants together for anti-corruption and digital service transformation. In fact, one of the areas we work a lot with is bringing international organizations and practitioners together with the academic community for bridging that gap, providing key solutions also in terms of the implementation level, but also in the research community through our annual IGOV conference, where organizations such as the Inter-American Development Bank or the OECD actively contribute with practices and cutting-edge research.
It may sound weird, but actually the idea of bringing a unit of the United Nations University to Portugal was born not very far from here, in Hotel Guimarães, back in 2010, around a couple of beers. Actually, by that time I organized with Jiming Lui, who was a researcher at Macau Institute, a conference on formal methods for software components, and we start discussing how interesting it would be to have a UNU Institute in Portugal. Soon afterwards, a student of mine, Sarah Fernandes, went to Macau to start a PhD on collaborative learning, and she was very helpful in trying to find opportunities for bringing some unit or some program to Portugal. In one of my visits to Macau, I have a dinner with Thomas Janowski, who was then leading the very successful EGOV program at Macau. And he was concerned by the future of the program in Macau. There was a number of problems, I don't know exactly the details, but there was some problems in the management of Macau. And so Thomas was seeking for a new home phase program. And so we start working more directed towards this idea. Thomas and Elsa came to Braga to organize a training on EGOV Georgian officials in the end of 2012. And some months afterwards, actually the rector closed the Macau Institute. And the EGOV program was the only program that was asked to find a new home. So then we worked very, very quickly, because there were other countries competing with us, Colombia, Canada, another country in the Middle East, I think. So we started working very quickly to bring the institute to Portugal. I remember that we decided to push things forward, and so we decided to organize IGOV 2014 in Portugal without having any infrastructure for that. So finally we have a meeting with the Prime Minister, with Thomas, Elsa and Sarah came from Macau. I was there in the name of the University of Minho with the then Vice Rector, Professor David Castro. And so we had green light to go ahead with the institute. And then it was just hard work. Yeah? So I would say that the inception of UNU-EGOV started with an opportunity that Sarah was very quick to figure out. Lots of synergies, mainly between the municipality of Guimarães and the Universidade do Minho. They were very, very strong supporters of the idea. And a lot of hard work. When Thomas arrived, all the unit were 4 people. And then Mari Meir as well, who joined from the university. And so we started going to talk to the ministers, with Anna, with different stakeholders to build this unit. But basically it was Thomas, Elsa, Sarah and myself. I think that's the story. We have this opportunity, some synergies and a lot of hard work in the beginning. Quite important at that time was the connection with Anna. We tried to bring Anna to Chorus as well, so they are here with a small group of people, but the idea was to build something bigger. That was not possible for some reason, but this was also very important for promoting the idea of EGOV unity in Portugal, supported by the United Nations University.
UNU-EGOV has grown in a consistent and considerably over the last years. Since its establishment in 2014 with a team of 5 members, the unit reached now a total of 25 academics and non-academic members coming from different countries and with multiple backgrounds. The unit has grown not just in what regards its size, but also in what regards its international visibility and the network of connections that was able to establish. Currently, the unit is working with numerous international organizations, such as the UNICEF, UNESCO, UNDP, UNDESA, ITU, just to mention a few, but also with many government agencies in different countries of the world, such as Egypt, Saudi Arabia, St. Prince, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, Uganda in Africa, but also with countries such as Georgia, Western Balkans, and also Portugal. Last but not least, the unit has also strengthened its network of collaborations with the academy, with universities, with research centers, with think tanks, all of them working in digital governance or complementary areas. And the unit will keep growing, and always in a structured and sustainable way, and always in alignment and fostering the United Nations core values.